If you're a wide awake conscious being, type where you're at in the world. I'm out here in Mount Olive, Jerusalem. Let me give y'all a quick glimpse really quick while the wind's down. They're always messing with this thing now. Let's see here. Okay, let's see if y'all can see that. Okay, this is the holiest city in the world, or most spiritual or most religious, whatever you want to call it. Man. Excuse me. It's exhausting being one of the chosen ones. Raise your hand if you're exhausted out there. Let me sit down here. There we go. Okay. Lots of love to you. Raise your hand if you're exhausted. How many of y'all's dreams have been more real than real life? Do you feel like you're on a spaceship, on a UFO? Same here. We are working, guys. You're a multi-dimensional being. You never sleep. When you pause at an intersection and drift off, you went somewhere. We are never, ever sleeping. You never sleep. You just go into hibernate mode at night. I fluctuate between sleeping a whole bunch and can't sleep at all. The last couple nights I can't sleep. I don't know how y'all been, but it's exhausting being a chosen one, and I talk about this all the time. What is our job? What is your job? Can somebody answer me that? What is your first primary job? Same, 4 hours max. Scores of people don't know that, but I agree with you. Same, the energy vampires are for real. What is our job? To awaken? Myself, waking up? No, wait, okay. Let me let a few more responses come through. Raise your vibration to raise the collective consciousness. Saludos, Chicago, be blessed. It's to become the elite version of ourselves. That's the closest to it for sure. Your primary focus and job, number one, is to wake up. Number two is to affect the energy of everyone around you. You're just here to raise consciousness and vibration by being. Sometimes you trigger people, sometimes you elevate people, but you're affecting people's energy everywhere you go. So when you understand that, then it comes back to you have to be your genuine, authentic self, be truthful, radiate love, vibrate high, and that's how you make change. We all vibrate. We are here. I love you back, my brother. We're not here. Let me say this. The first priority is to wake up. After you wake up, if you want to be a janitor at Walmart, we're here for the human experience. You can do anything you want to do. It took me a long time to figure that out. I thought I was supposed to sit in the woods, not use deodorant, not shave, never bathe, and pray all day. And maybe in some incarnation we did that. Maybe some people are doing that, and I'm not knocking anybody who does that. But in reality, bro, you can do anything you want here. Your job is just to affect other people's energy. So I'm just saying, it took me a long time to get to that way because spirituality can be very intimidating. It can be very, very intimidating, and it took me a while to figure that out. But so after you figure that out, well, that's my personal, that's the first priority. Then it is, what is my mission? Raise your hand if you got downloads that you were supposed to end human trafficking. Raise your hand if you got downloads you were supposed to help with domestic violence abuse. Raise your hand if you got downloads that you were supposed to, obviously, again, child trafficking, Big Pharma. Raise your hand if you got downloads you're supposed to help with Big Pharma. I mean, after a while, you figure out that the entire world is broken. Every system is broken. The best way that you can help those systems, because all the energy you put out into a negative frequency or a negative vibration, that's not an equal return, is it? But when you vibrate high, you attract that same vibration back. So once you understand that you can do more with your mind and meditation and fasting than you can with anything else by helping the world. Using your voice. Hey man, I started off by I started off almost like a negative, I want to say a negative Nancy, where I was just like, the government, they're all out to get us. Duh. Huh? The government. I don't even say that word anymore. It's clear as day. Huh? It's clear as day. You do realize that you affect the global ley lines though, right? Bingo. If I could tell y'all something next level, what I know I'm doing, that it's not me, it's my higher self, but in reality, just moving around and moving your energy around affects the energy of everywhere else. Because let me ask you this. How many of y'all got downloads, either you or your spouse or one of y'all that you're supposed to move and leave where you're at right now? Quit your job, leave everything behind and move. Raise your hand if you got that download. Did you get the download that you're supposed to be somewhere else in the world? You understand we're meant to move the energy around. You understand you're meant to be mobile. You understand that I executed too. Quit your job in the last 6 to 7 days. Yeah. What a time. We all got the same download. Wouldn't you know it? Joyous greetings. I don't accept downloads anymore. Mine were from the dark. That's a part of discernment. That is a part of discernment. But eventually, you're going to want to connect with other tribe members around the world and move the energetic grids. And I'm going to say this. Every light worker or star seed or whatever you want to call us, every high vibrational empath at some point in their life should come to Jerusalem. Every single one. Like it should be a rite of passage for you to come walk on these lands where millions, if not billions of energetic people have walked on this earth. And yes, that is a Palestinian piece on my neck. I'm here. How can people just pick up 3D is killer? You have to find some kind of way to break out of your matrix. There's multitude of ways. Soul tribe and soul communities. Find your tribe. We have people. Man, if you want to get out bad enough, you'll do Uber Eats. I mean, you got to put the pride aside, because everything is leading you on a path to your highest timeline. Everything is leading you on a path to get to exactly the place you're supposed to be. Do you understand that? And so even when things are at their worst, you telling yourself at that time, I know this is my higher self testing me, and I know this is to get me where I'm supposed to go, and I know I got to remove this energy, I got to remove these attachments. You have to. Breaking generational curses. Yes, I'm in Jerusalem right now. I'm not leaving here. For anybody watching this, I'm not leaving here. This is where the game ends for me. If I got to live on the street, I don't care. Do you understand? I don't care. This is where the matrix ends for me, because I'm done playing the game, and I'm done playing the game their way. People look at me and they see me travel the world and they're like, oh, Jonah's on a vacation. I think some people subconsciously want me to be miserable when I travel, and I get that. But they don't understand that I put out a whole lot of energy, and I don't want a cookie for it. I love all of y'all. For everybody who said I love you back. I am you. At some point you realize I am you. We're the same person. You're literally a half black, half white dude. Look, confirmation. You're literally a mixed dude out here in Jerusalem. What are you doing here? What do you mean? You must have just got on here, DJ. I'm affecting the energy of everybody around me. Huh? I'm doing my job. Existing is your job. 6 years ago, I was downloaded with information that said, just don't quit, don't tap out, and everything's going to be okay. So that's my thing. Don't tap out and everything's going to be okay. So we're here. And the other day I went to a Christian church. I went to a mosque. You know, You got to understand, supernatural events happened back in the day. And let me just say this. I don't want to poo-poo anything for anybody. But how many of y'all believe that how many of y'all know that time travel exists? Honest question. We're having DM me DJ Perk. We're having a meetup on Saturday in Tel Aviv. So if you'd like to attend, Saturday 6:30 in Tel Aviv. Okay, so if we know time travel exists, I'm just putting this out there as a theory. How many of y'all believe the powers that be? How many of y'all believe that that interdimensional beings from other places came down to Earth and realized they might not have the same skill set or gifts as another certain group of people? So they went back and changed things like the Bible, the Quran. They went back and really altered all these things that were really meant to help us, like ascension manuals. And they basically changed it to where we want to even the odds. Huh? And how many of y'all believe that these supernatural things that happened back in the day were basically, they played off of those events, very historical events, because they knew that ultimately religion could be a place to control people? Because religion itself, I don't think is bad, but organized religion, how many of y'all believe that it's a net negative? I mean, if we were outside in nature, I'm just telling you, it's a whole different ball game. But I've had to ask myself these questions. Is it a net negative or is it a net positive? You know, it's like we've known since we're, teenagers, maybe even kids, that Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny are not real. How long are we going to keep lying to people? I mean, there should be a modern day guide on how to be a human. Look at this cat behind me, confirmation. They're sending me protection. Cats protect your aura and your spirit. But there should be a modern day guide on how to be a human in this 2024. Can we agree on that? So I ask myself these questions, but I'm still here because I believe you can affect a whole lot more people's energy. When you get past the fear-based timelines and you get past the everybody's out to get me and I'm under a spiritual attack and I'm getting gang stalked. Hey, buddy, raise your hand if you went through those programs. Huh? Raise your hand if you went through those programs of everybody's out to get me, I'm under attack. Like, we all went through it. You can feel like you're losing your mind. You feel like you're crazy. You feel like everybody is following you out to get you. And for the most part, it's a part of the program. They want a couple of things they want to let you know is, number one, you're important. Everybody here is important on this entire planet. Look at this bike riding by. You are important. The other part of that is you got to overcome your fears. That even though you're important, nobody can hurt you or harm you because the Holy Grail is contained inside of your avatar. You're an energetic being. You affect all the energy here. They can't live without us. Do you understand that? Raise your hand if you understand that concept, as a lot of people call it. Huh? Darkness comes for you to find the light. It's a dualistic matrix where we all activate each other. The dark activates the light activates the dark, but the goal is to get the dark to come to the light without telling them, you're going the wrong way. No. We don't tell people what to do, and I don't live I don't live in a place of judgment anymore. Because let's be honest, once you wake up, you can come across, and I found myself this way, as sort of a know-it-all. And you can be annoying. Raise your hand if you were probably annoying to the people around you. Raise your hand if you're probably still annoying. Raise your hand if you could be annoying because you just know too much. You went down too many rabbit holes. You ate too many mushrooms. You had too much part of awakening. You can know too much, and we could come across as smug and egotistical. I feel that about myself. I'm constantly having to check my ego. So when you know that, it's all about self-awareness. Self-awareness is key. You hear that? Boy, I wish y'all could see what's going on around me. They're confirming some things. The birds are going absolutely nuts. Oh, God, it's our voice. This is why I got the call. Do you know why I'm speaking outside? Because here's the thing. This is what Jerusalem looks like. I'm not telling you guys anything you don't know. I'm not telling you guys anything you don't know. Agreed? But just being, when you understand energy, I'm gonna explain a couple of concepts, as they say, about energy. Number one, no matter how hard of a day you've had, or no matter how good of a day you had, you're in a safe space where you know that we can talk about anything in these discussions, right? Like, but just sitting here, my voice is a vibration. We are activating each other. How many of y'all feel that? How many of y'all feel like we're just in an energetic space that you're not learning anything new? All of this is basic, everything 101, that we're just in an energetic space. This is a safe space. This is where I'm sending energy to you wherever you're at in the world. You feel that? It's not about entertain me. It's not about teach me something new. We're literally in the same space at the same time, and no one can harm us. That's number one. Number two is, how many of y'all know just how important your energy is? How many of y'all know just how important your energy is around the world? That you leave a seed or a granulating or everywhere, every hotel room you stayed at, every Airbnb you stayed at, you leave an energetic imprint around the world that activates part of the earth. Your mission was never to grow up in a neighborhood, stay in the same neighborhood and make change. You make change by being there. You make change just by being there and by surviving. And then you move the energy around, because ultimately, I believe this in my heart of heart, we're all led to where we're supposed to be on our highest timeline. There's parts of the earth you're going to go to that you're going to be very lucky. Good things are going to happen to you. And you're like, dude, like, it's almost like when you get out of a toxic relationship and the universe immediately rewards you. It's like the universe is consistently telling you, listen to me. Stop doing it your way. Let go of your ego. Let me guide you. You're not meant living in 5D. Living in 5D is waking up with no plan. And it don't make sense to a lot of people because we got 3D bills out here. So in understanding that, is it safe to travel here? Yes. I'm going to say this because I said this a little bit ago. Every single light worker, starseed, or energetic being should come to Jerusalem before they go anywhere. That's why I'm staying here. So if y'all resonate with that and you feel like you're a wide awake conscious being, again, type where you're at in the world. Let people know who are new here, or they're like, man, I don't know what this guy's talking about. I'm sitting on top of a trash can over here. Oh, you're at Jerusalem. Okay. DM me. We have a meetup. If you're in Jerusalem, please direct message me we have a meetup planned. We want to tap into these ley lines. We want to go affect energy of everybody. No fear, baby. Bahamas, look at that. Trinidad, Las Vegas, Missouri, Canada, Texas, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Ohio, Washington State, Missouri, Georgia, Minnesota, Colorado, Louisiana, Missouri, Maryland, Phoenix, Indiana, California, Oregon, Europe, Arkansas, activated, baby, New Jersey, Chicago, Illinois, UK, Washington State, UK, Pittsburgh. Y'all are, everybody who just mentioned Cleveland. Do you guys realize you're at some of the biggest energetic vortices in the entire planet? Like, you are anchoring the light for your entire area, and the game works off energy. The higher you raise your vibration and consciousness, the more you affect around you. When you start to let go of attachments, you become free to allow new things in and new experiences. We grow the same beard. I'm not shaving my beard. There's power in the beard. Is 33 a vibration? Absolutely. Raise your hand if you're seeing the numbers 33, 303, 333, 144, 999, 555, 444. If you're seeing the 313, buddy, how you doing, man? Before you realize, like, you got to understand There's a reason you're seeing these numbers beyond an angel number app. You understand that? Thank you. There's a reason these numbers are just 000. I see a lot. There's a reason these numbers are hitting you upside the head every day. It's a reminder. It's a reminder. It's a reminder. But there's codes. They are algorithms. Think of the movie Interstellar. Think of the movie Interstellar. Huh? That's what this is about. So I hope you guys resonated with this vibe. I want to send you guys all love and blessings and woozy, 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 woo. What a time. Did I tell y'all we have a starseed candidate running for president in Sri Lanka? Did you hear that? But so many confirmations in this video. We have a wide awake conscious being that's running Sri Lanka. There's something magical about this country. I spent 3 months there last year. Sri Lanka is underneath India. There's something there. I'm just telling you. There was an activation. This brother is running, and again, you could say politics or low vibrational, whatever, but we still exist in those systems, in the 3D, 4D, 5D. But imagine if we had an island, Starseed Island, or it doesn't even have to be called that. I don't want to sound divisive. But imagine if we had our own safe space where we could teach all the spiritual modalities, where we could teach people how to ascend for people that want that in their life. It starts somewhere. And that island, there's magic there. So we're going to, at some point, if I